So I've been really, really fortunate to have teamed up with Henshaw Hyperbarics. I actually reached out to them after being kind of recommended by a lot of the specialists that something that could help speed up my injury and my healing would be to use a hyperbaric chamber. I've never had any experience with one before, but after doing some research, I saw that a lot of the top rugby players use them when they're trying to come back from injury. So I reached out to Henshaw and kind of explained the situation, said that I was going to be documenting my recovery and my rehabilitation, and that their product could actually be really, really useful to me. So they have kindly loaned me a hyperbaric chamber, which I have been using twice a day, an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. So far, so good. Obviously, without having x-ray vision, I can't see how my hip is looking, but obviously everything feels really good, and as I'm building up the training, I feel like this is going to be really useful to prevent any further injuries, but also just make sure that my body is recovering that little bit faster.
No, I think it'll be alright, but I think it'll be fine when it's pumped up. I just was like, oh, I think I'd panic if someone like laid on it. I don't even know if I can do it. I literally don't. I don't. Mum definitely couldn't do it.
It takes 3 or 4 minutes before you'd even be to a point of pressure that you couldn't just unzip straight away.
Okay.
So what we can do is zip you in and you can chill.
Yeah.
This will be compressing up.
Yeah.
Until that little knob goes past 20, you haven't really got an issue anyway.
Yeah.
So, and it takes probably 4 or 5 minutes to get to there.
Okay.
So if in that period of time you just go, I don't really like it, just open that up and we'll just unzip it.
Yeah, and that'll be there. Oh yeah, no, I've got that inside as
yes.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that, and you can see that as well.
Cool. Right.
And it does get bigger.
Yeah. Cool. Bye. Bye.
Basic terms, and I feel like I probably won't get this 100% right, but a hyperbaric chamber is basically the opposite of like an altitude chamber. So you're actually getting more oxygen into your body and at a high pressure. This means more blood supply, and to areas where you've got injuries or niggles, getting more blood supply to them will only help that speed up the healing. Now that is probably the most basic ever kind of explanation of how a hyperbaric chamber works, but there is a lot of science to suggest that it helps with healing injuries. So having used things like the Exogen during my recovery as well, and I'm continuing to use that, basically there was a lot of science to back that. So if there's a lot of science to back something, then it's probably a good thing to try. And obviously at this point with my injury, I'm pretty much willing to try anything that might help speed up my recovery and allow me to get back to training and racing quicker.
Just giving birth to myself.
Healed?
I'm fixed. Woo! I know I couldn't go in a submarine after going in there. And surprisingly, like, you press on it and it's solid, like it's not moving. So
yeah. So it feels more like a room.
Yeah, rather than like when it's like that, you're like, oh god, what if someone like sat on it? They're going to be squishing me. But I think even if someone sat on it when it's fully inflated, it's not going to go down. So yeah.
I think the worst they could probably do is take those things out and roll you.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll me around. Cool. Good. Good.